Okay. I think I think we are good to go. All right.
Yeah.
Let's get into this thing. So first, if you want to introduce yourself, your name, uh, where you're from, the school you run for, and maybe one hobby you like to do outside of running.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. And you're just gonna ask me those questions, or just
Oh,
jump right?
we're already going. Just
Okay. All
yeah,
right.
just go ahead.
All right. Yeah. So my name's Nehemiah Kiser. I run for Male High School, Louisville Male. It's like traditional school, and see, the main hobby probably fishing. I like to fish a lot, and then play basketball is the other one. But fishing, yeah, it's definitely the biggest one.
Okay. Um, it's funny you mentioned basketball because I saw that one video you posted of you doing this like crazy like backhand, dunk, and I was like, dude, this guy must be like either insanely athletic or insanely tall or both of them. And I was like, I know this guy's already a baller. So how tall are you exactly?
I think I'm 6'5". I haven't measured myself in a while,
Wow,
but yeah, around there, yeah.
wow, 6'5", sophomore year high school. So did you like just go through an insane growth spurt, or you've been kind of like always taller than everybody, like in your grade?
I've always been like, not like way taller, but like I've been, up there. And then once I hit seventh grade, I had a huge growth spurt. I went from like 5'7" to like 6'2" during that school year. So that
Okay.
was, I kind of, went way higher up than everyone.
Yeah,
But yeah. hmm
that's insane. 6'5", sophomore year. So are like are the doctors predicting that you're gonna be like insanely tall? Or are they like, oh, you're probably gonna, cap out at 6'5", and maybe you had like a very early growth spurt or something?
Yeah. I mean, they didn't say. I haven't like asked them or haven't got like any predictions, but I did go to the doctor like a year ago, and they said I was still growing, and so I'm guessing maybe an inch more. That's probably not much more than that. So
Okay.
yeah.
Is
So
your is your family
under.
tall? Is your family tall?
Yeah, most of them are. Yeah, my dad's 6'7". So yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
Yeah.
now we know where the height comes from,
Yeah.
and I have to hold myself from going and doing that joke. So, but yeah, no, that's
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 like.
crazy. um, I know we're in June 2026, and we're still saying 6'7". It's whatever. Uh,
That's.
so, anyways, so I'm very surprised. Like, listen, obviously, if you're already athletic in this space, it's kind of one of those things where it's like why not go for it? Why not run track? But it's like I'd assume that maybe for the longest time leading up until maybe this year, it was always like, okay, I'm a lot taller than everybody else. Maybe you focused on other sports besides track, or I could be completely wrong, and you tell me, no, Carson, you're stupid. I've always loved to run track, but I'm curious, like has another sport always been the focus, like either basketball or maybe did I also see you play football? Do you play football as well?
No, I haven't played
No?
football.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
did soccer.
Okay. Maybe it was another sport, but I was like, uh, is is track always been the focus, or has there been another sport that's been the focus?
Yeah, basketball is definitely a big one. I played basketball up until the beginning of sophomore year. I quit like early in the season because I just didn't enjoy it. I was like, I want to run. Like I don't want to play basketball anymore. I just didn't like all like the plays and stuff because it's changing a lot. Like once you get better, like higher up into the, you know, the
Yeah.
competition. It's about like the plays and like the chemistry of the team rather than just like who's taller, who's going to score the most points. Like you have to be a team to, beat other teams. But yeah, so basketball um is definitely the sport that I I believe that I could, probably be best at because I was taller and, pretty athletic. So up until I'd say last year, I was like, maybe track's my thing because I had a big PR in the 800. I went from 202 to 156 as a freshman. And I was
Hmm.
like, I think I was number 2 freshman in the state. So I was like, maybe track's my thing. Maybe I should just, go all in on this. But I was like, I'm going to try basketball again. And I was like, I just don't really feel it. Like, it doesn't seem like it's, you know,
Yeah.
I'm, specializing in this sport. So,
No,
yeah.
that's fair. I think a lot of sports serve a pipeline to track. I rarely ever see people that start off with running like cross country track and they move on to another sport. It's kind of either
Yeah.
you play basketball, you play football. So it's like you play basketball, you play football. Mainly, if you play football, you go. There's a lot of sprinters, but I've also seen some distance guys. But soccer, they tend to be more mid distance or distance guys. Seen a lot of swimmers switch over to track, but it's kind of like I feel like track and field takes the um, a lot of the ball knowledge you need to know and just purely enhances on your raw talent and your skill and like how athletic are you actually, because there's a lot of, yes, there's some elements of like how smart you train and how smart you race and uh you know maybe there's a little bit of luck involved with some things, but it's mainly like, okay, how good of an athlete are you actually? How much do you compare to other people in that sense? But so you said 156 as a freshman, and then obviously you ran 151 this last year. So that's some from 202 to 156 to 151. A lot of people don't get that kind of like drop in success rate that
Mhm.
quickly early on. One, early on in the sport. Two, in general. Like, I mean, rarely do people go from 156 to 151 in less than a year, because that's just, as we both know, the faster you get, the harder it is to get a PR. So it's
Mhm.
like, obviously you're doing something right. Um, you know, we know that you're talented, but it seems like there's been some kind of like, maybe you've had a really good coach or you've been insanely smart about your training. So what do you think the number one thing that's applied to your success this past year of dropping one from 156 to 151 has been?
Yeah, that's a good question. Um, I'd say the biggest thing is probably having a base, like going into indoor, doing like mileage and, being fit going into the outdoor season instead of like just going into the outdoor season, running my first day, like at the first practice, which is what I did my freshman year and like the years before. Just like, be prepared to, have that fitness and then really kind of like dial it down during the season instead of trying to get fit during the season. Just be more prepared, basically. I think that's the biggest thing. And then also just, um, I think because I played basketball, I became more like fast twitch muscles became more like,
Yeah.
like I've got leg speed down and stuff. So I came around and ran like 49 indoor, which is like a huge PR from my last outdoor 400. So I kind of realized my potential at that because once you get your speed down, you run like however fast in the 400 or 200, your potential in the 800 just becomes greater, and you can always
Oh yeah.
become to kind of transfer that over. So
So
I think it's the
you
biggest things.
yeah.
Yeah.
So do you like getting in the gym? Like, you like lifting, and you think that's a really essential part of uh getting faster and injury prevention?
Yeah, I haven't actually spent much time in the gym. It's been more of like core stuff and more like strengthening, like using elastic bands and stuff,
Okay.
and like uh, stuff to like strengthen your hips and stuff. But yeah, I haven't done much weight stuff. That's kind of new to me. I'm trying to get into it. But yeah, what I mean by like fast twitch muscles is like jumping in basketball, cutting and stuff. All that stuff just I think it, makes your speed go up. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. No, for sure. I just maybe I assumed on my part because in basketball I know that they get in the gym a lot and they work on enhancing those fast twitch fibers. Maybe they do a lot more like work with explosiveness or they do plyos or stuff like that. So, but that doesn't mean that there isn't other ways outside of that to get faster and
Yeah.
make those fast twitch fibers. I guess what is the right word I'm looking for? Faster? I don't know. I
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. I don't know.
but
Just dial down.
more springy. I guess you could say that.
More.
But as we both know, the 800 isn't just about that. It's a combination of like how can you maximize your aerobic potential and develop those fast twitch fibers at the same time. 800 is such like a hard event to train for and like so meticulous when it comes to am I training it the right way, because you could say like oh, I don't want to if, let's just say you are getting in the gym and you're lifting and maybe you'll take lifting more seriously towards the later part of your high school career or when you get to college, you want to compete in college or something like that. But you're like, oh, I want to build speed, but I don't want to get too big. Or oh, but I don't want to be too lean or too skinny because then I'll lose my my muscle mass to have like a strong finishing kick in the 800. But oh, I don't want to practice. I don't want to build speed and workouts too much because I won't be focused on aerobic as much. But oh, if I run too many miles, then I'm gonna burn myself out and I'm not gonna have as much speed. And like I assume you've been through that battle so many times, maybe this last season and your freshman year. So if you want to speak upon that.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been like the lower mileage 800 guy. I've always just kind of been like, you can get in shape, but I think the biggest thing is just staying like relaxed during the race and like, staying on your toes, make sure your form looks good. But yeah, this season, because I got my, aerobic stuff up, I think it's helped a lot. And I've kind of like got into that realm of the 800 more. I was just really like, you know, I was just a young 800-meter runner last year and wasn't very, wasn't very consistent.
Okay,
So
I got
the,
you. So
the
were you?
fitness,
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Would you?
you're fine. I'm done. Yeah.
Okay. So you were considered like you would consider yourself more of a 200, 400 guy last year than an 800 guy?
Yeah, I'd say I ran the 400 a lot.
Okay.
I ran 100 some, but yeah, like this year, just kind of like realizing what I have to do to become better at the 800. And like my coach really, I had a different coach. So he was a distance runner at the University of Kentucky. So I think he
Oh,
kind of, put in like his distance running workouts with
yeah.
some 800 stuff. And so that helped me because I came from the 400 and the 200. So yeah, but
Okay.
last year was like more 400 stuff. Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty cool though. I mean, you get a coach that ran for Kentucky, so he definitely knows what it's like to SEC is top of the line in NCAA. Or honestly, nowadays you could say the SEC is top of the line in the world. So with how the
Yeah.
NCAA is basically a semi-professional league at this point. So I don't know if you follow the NCAA at all, but like with the whole new NCAA legislation and NIL and roster limits and all of that stuff, which is just insane nowadays. But that leads me to my next question. And if I think, if I'm not mistaken, either literally this week or next week, I think that you're eligible to start talking to college coaches.
Yeah, it was this week.
It was this, yeah. So, okay,
Yeah.
don't tell me how I know that. Don't tell me how I know that. That was, I'm not a creep or anything. I have,
No,
trust me, I have studied this stuff like through and through. So, and I went through the same process as you. So, but have you like, dude, 151 800 as a sophomore Kentucky State champion? Okay, come on. You had to at least have one coach already reach out to you.
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
I've had Louisville reach out, and today I was just on the phone with the Florida coach. So.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
so cool. That's amazing, bro.
The only two schools that have really reached out, I think, because just this year I gotten a lot better from last year, so it's kind of new to me. So.
Yeah. So, do you think the conversations went well? Obviously, there's some things you can probably say and you can't say, but can you officially? Okay, this is completely up to you. So you have to whatever information you want to distribute or limit, but have there been an offer on the table yet, or has it been like still in that talking phase kind of?
No, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's early for that. Yeah, but not yet. Hopefully, some on the way. That would be nice. But yeah, just for now, just talking and getting to know coaches because it's all new to me. So.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Are you Is there anybody else helping you with the process? Maybe your parents or your high school coach or?
No, not really. No.
Really?
No.
So it's all. So you went into this big conversation with the Louisville and the UF coach just all alone, and this is your first time like really doing the recruiting stuff?
Yeah, well, I haven't talked to the Louisville coach yet, but yeah, I talked to the Florida coach. Louisville just reached. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did they send you email or something?
Yeah, they. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The number. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. So, but that's still cool stuff regardless, man. I mean, you're obviously on the map. I mean, I think you're you got pinned with Mile Split, right? Like Mile Split did like featured you in a video, I think, for your So you're out there, man. I mean, it's just take it like you just said. I think you have the right attitude. Just take it one day at a time. There's no reason to rush this thing. You still got 2 more years of high school left. You're obviously on the right track. So just continue to put your best foot forward out there. So
yeah, that's the plan.
So I see you have the Stop Pre-shirt. Are you a big Prefontaine fan?
Well, yeah. After watching the movie, Without Limits, I kind of got into it, and I decided to wear the shirt.
Yes, sir. That's tough. We like the shirt. So, dude, but you really like the movie?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Story's crazy. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm curious. Where did the name Nemo come from? What's Nemo and why did? What's the nickname Nemo mean?
So, I think it came from my soccer coach in 5th grade or 4th grade. He didn't want to say Nehemiah whenever I was playing soccer, so I think he just came up with Nemo off the tip of his head. But yeah, so that's my nickname now. I don't think not many people call me by my full name. So yeah.
Okay, I got you. I think Nehemiah Kiser is a dope name either way, though. I think it's a cool name. Yeah. I just think some people are just lazy and they don't want to say the entire thing. But
yeah, it is long.
On my mom's side, her last name before she got married used to be Kiser. So
okay.
Yeah. Wow. So it's the last. So are you originally from Kentucky?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Okay. So, have you like grown up in the same house ever since you were born?
No, we've moved to a few different places. We used to live like 30 minutes away in a town called Shelbyville, and then we moved towards Louisville.
Okay.
I think 8 years ago.
Okay. So are you very close to Louisville right now?
Yeah, we're like suburban area. So
Okay. I got you. I got you. I'm curious, what is the Kentucky track scene like? I don't know. I get this mixed response of like some guys say that it's hit or miss every year of like sometimes you'll have a lot of really good guys and then some years it's like there's not really anybody in the state at all. So like what is the competition like in Kentucky at the high school level?
yeah, that's a really good question. It's kind of yeah, it's different every year. Like I mean, I'm sure it's like that in other states, but with Kentucky, it's like you have good athletes come and go. But like depth wise, it's not very deep compared to like a lot of other states. But I feel like it's more of like the middle pack.
Okay.
But you have some like really good runners that come out of Kentucky. Cade Flat, he's ran
Yeah.
like 146 in high school, and yeah, we just this past year we had a guy named Paul Van Laningham. You probably heard his name.
Oh yeah, I heard him
He's
before.
yeah, he's a really good 5K and like distance runner. Well, I guess he does run the 800. He was the one that was challenging me in the 800 at state. So he's an insane runner. He can run everything from the 800 to 10K, 5K. Yeah, who knows? He's going to be a beast once he runs cross country. He's going to Wisconsin. So,
Oh yeah, that's right.
but yeah, so like we do have top heavy athletes every now and then, but depth wise, it's not very compared to some of those states like Texas and California and Florida. I
Okay.
believe that they have like you know really good athletes depth wise, but
I
yeah,
got you. So, what did it take? So, how many classes are there in Kentucky?
there's three.
Three classes, and you're in the biggest class.
Yeah,
Okay, so you're in the 3A. It's weird. Sometimes like states they go by like, oh, the higher the number, actually the lower the less popular the class is, and then some are
yep.
like the higher number. I don't know, it's stupid. And then obviously some states have um like a certain amount of classes. Like I'm originally from Virginia, and we had six classes. So and 6A was the largest class, but I was in 4A. So you were in the largest class, which inherently speaking should say that you had the most amount of competition. Although we
Yep.
both know it doesn't really necessarily work like that because you could have a guy from like a 1A school that somehow runs a 148 and comes out of nowhere or something like that. But my first question is, were you okay, well, I guess you just talked about what was his name? Van Lanning?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was he technically, did he run faster than you in the 800 like in the season?
No, he didn't. Yeah, I had the fastest time over all the classes this year.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was
Okay.
at the state. Yeah, I ran that time.
Okay. So, do you think because he's more of a long distance guy that he was focusing on that and he could have ran faster than that? Again, this is just maybe theoretical or genuine question.
I mean, yeah, he came off winning the 1600 at state, and then he ran the 800. So he wasn't fresh at all. But yeah, and he still, was competing for the
Okay.
title. So I do believe he'd go faster, but yeah, I like to race him again if he was fresh. I don't know who
Yeah.
would win.
Yeah,
It'd be
100%. 100%.
a good one. Yeah,
Um,
because I ran the 4x8 the same morning. So yeah.
okay. I got you. So you guys both had a race under the system.
hmm
So, was that like, were you and him, was that the race where you guys were like neck and neck? Like the race that got featured on Mile Split? Like,
Yeah.
dude, Dude,
Yeah,
when I saw that video and I saw the height comparison, I was like, dude, I know this guy is tall, bro. I was like,
yeah,
I know this guy is gigantic, man. Like I mean, like I'm 6'3", so like like on a average basis level, I'm like okay, you know, I'm pretty tall. And then here
yeah.
comes you at 6'5". I'm like, I'm not even tall. Like it's
I mean, dude, that's only 2 inches. So
yeah, but I'm getting beat by a sophomore in high school, man. Like, come on. No, I'm joking. You know what's crazy is that I was only 5'4" in ninth grade.
oh wow,
I was
dang.
only 5'4" in ninth grade, and the summer before my sophomore year, I grew, or not the summer, but the entire year. I show up the sophomore year, okay, and I'm 5'10", so I grew 6 inches in 1 year, and
Dang.
that was like so painful and so terrible, bro. And then I was like 6'1" by the time my senior year, and then now I'm like 6'3". So, but
Okay.
yeah, so uh, like because I'm just now like peaking on my height, and I think the doctor even said I'm still technically growing, which I think is crazy.
That's
But
crazy.
yeah, I'm now just like working on my ability to dunk. So
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you have to, bro, you have to teach me like all your all your technique and your strats and stuff,
Uh,
bro.
yeah. Hmm.
Um anyways, I just did some research and it looks like you know who Yard Goose is?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
he's from Kentucky as well.
Yeah.
So he ran do you oh wait, did he go to your high school?
No, he went to our rival school.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was
He went.
like,
Yeah. He went to
okay,
Manual. I went to.
okay,
I'm going. So yeah,
I got
but
you.
the schools are like 3 miles apart, and that's like our biggest rival team. So yeah.
Okay, I got you. I got you. Yeah, he ran a 40, dude, a 406 in high school at his like in his time, bro, was insane, dude. Like
Yeah.
before trackflation, bro, a 406, oh my god, you were like national talent, bro. Now a 406 is like, it's like whatever. It's like 406. He ran 406, huh? Whatever. We got guys like well, I guess they're from last class, but I'm trying to think. We got guy like Caden Leonard and Johannes Van Meeten and blah blah blah, and
Yeah.
you know, all those guys now that you know make sub 4 miles look easy. Although I will say though, I'm very surprised to see not many. There's not as much guys going sub 4 this year as there was last year. Like I don't
Yeah. It
know.
is. Yeah. It's kind of weird. Yeah. Maybe just had a little drought of guys, even though it's crazier than 3 years or 5 years ago. It's just wild.
Yeah. Like I think what uh what's his name? Give me 1 second. 'Cause I'm actually curious about this. Okay. Have to pull out the mile split really quickly. Okay. So there's 4 guys that went sub 4 so far this year. That's Jackson Spencer, Philip Kupal. I've never heard of this guy before. Have you heard of this
Okay.
guy before?
I don't believe I have.
Philip Kupal. He's from Illinois and ran 358.
Wow.
I've I have never heard of this man before. I heard of Carter Smith. I know Carter Smith is a dog.
Yeah.
He ran 359. And then Brian Burns. I know Brian Burns is a dog. He ran 359. But yeah, I mean, Caden Leonard never broke 4. I guess.
Well, I guess they still got Nike and New Balance. So
Yeah, that is true. We might see a
Those,
couple more. We might see a couple more. But
yeah.
um who's yeah, I mean only really four guys. I was expecting Rocco Culpepper to break four, but he hasn't broken four yet. Maybe he will. And I was also thinking Noah Bontrager. I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Bontrager, yeah.
Bontrager, yeah. I was.
I think he up 4 indoor.
He did?
Yeah.
Hmm. Let me look. 20.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys around that 4 flat area. Just not many of them have, got the chance to go
Yeah.
under it.
He doesn't. That's actually really surprising.
Yeah.
He doesn't run cross country.
That is, yeah, it is strange.
He doesn't run cross country, but he ran a 14 last year in an out at the outdoor 5K at New Balance. He ran 14:20.
Dang. So he's not used to that distance. And he's still running that time. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's insane. It looks like he ran four flat for the 1600, but he never broke four. So maybe you think of somebody else that broke four
Okay.
indoors.
Yeah.
Um, but anyways, like last year, if we go to last year, we had Owen Powell, Quentin Nauman. Well, I guess you could include Quentin Nauman in. Come on, you gotta include it in 2026, right? Even though he broke four last year, like he's the class of 2026.
Yeah.
You gotta include it last year. So I guess it's kind of average. Owen Powell, Josiah Thompson, T.J. Hansen, Corbin Coombs, Tommy Latham. You know what's funny is that out of all of these guys that have broken four, I low-key didn't really see much of them in the college team this last year.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah, it
can't.
is though, so
What'd you
kind of
say?
hard. It is really deep, like the college,
Yeah.
so it's a whole different level.
Yeah. Although Tavon Kitchen ran a 402, but Tavon Kitchen has definitely been, I think, the most successful true freshman in the college scene this last year. I think.
I've seen him on a lot of stuff.
Yeah. But I think he's like been the only. I think Evan Noonan. You know who that is?
Yeah, I've heard his name.
Yeah, I think he also. I saw him do pretty good in college this last year too. But if you want me to put the best bet on the class of 2026, who is going to be the best in college, and I've done a bunch of research on this guy, and I like seen his training, and because it's not just about how fast you run in high school, but it's also about that natural progression and how much potential you also have to like, okay, we're not maxing ourselves out right now. Are we going to get to the next level? I think Carter Smith. I think he's going to be really good in college.
Yeah. Yeah, some of those guys, they'll become so much better from their junior season. You'll be like, they have a lot of, progression going on. So they go into college with momentum.
Yeah, 100%. I think the best example of somebody that was good in high school but also didn't max himself out for potential was Simeon Birnbaum, and
Yeah.
because he was only running maximum like 50 miles a week in high school, and you can see the difference between him and what's his teammate's name?
Connor Burns.
Connor Burns.
Yeah.
Connor Burns was, in my opinion, I think doing way too much in high school, and he's just been injured like all the time in college. So, but hopefully he'll be able to bounce back. But I think there's just that natural progression level of like how well you're gonna do based upon your training in high school and what you're giving yourself. But anyways, enough about them. This is about you. I was just curious to like see the comparison of the different classes and how this relates to trackflation and blah 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 and stuff like that. So, but I want to talk about, maybe to wrap this thing up, the future of Nehemiah Kiser, or AKA Nemo. What is your end goal of this thing? Because obviously, you run 151 your sophomore year, and you're already getting interest from Louisville and Florida. You have a great opportunity to make it big in the track space, and it's just like, how much are you willing to put into this thing, and how much have you thought ahead of time of like how far I want to go? So what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'd say the biggest thing is, you already said how I forget who it was, Carter Smith, is that who it was, who's kind of like, not doing as much mileage, and like Simeon Birnbaum, they're kind of like holding themselves back from, like peaking in high school, I guess, in
Yeah.
their running career. I'd say that's probably like my main focus, is just kind of like have fun with it, and, set goals, but not like, don't set goals in high school. Kind of set goals of like what I want to be whenever I go out of high school, or, just trying to get to that next level, because, it's really competitive. I got a lot of, potential and work to do to get to, that level I want to be at. So, yeah, that's probably the biggest thing, is kind of like not going all out right now, just kind of having fun with it and enjoying it, so I can, love it more, and then, go really hard when the time comes. So, yeah,
Okay.
biggest thing.
Okay. Do you have any specific goals to yourself, like any kind of time you want to run, or races you want to win, or I, I want to go Division 1 or something like that?
Yeah, like lifelong goals, I don't really like to set those, because it's kind of like, you don't really know what could happen. So I don't want to be like discouraged by, my progression, or my, how the running career goes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I do set goals. Like, I want to be probably the fastest in the nation by the time I'm a senior, just so that I can, stand out. But yeah, just not do too much.
Okay. I got you. Are you what class are you? The class of 28?
Hmm.
Okay. Uh, let me. Do you know what your ranking for sophomore specifically is off the top of your head in the
Yeah, in the
nation?
eighth, I think I'm fourth. It might change though, because Nike and New Balance. But yeah, for now it's fourth. So,
Okay. I'm just like double checking that because I just want to know specifically like.
mhm.
Okay. Okay. So right now it says sixth.
Okay,
So
probably change. Yeah.
yeah, I think I think you got beat out by this guy named Liam Angley from New Jersey. He ran this on June 3rd, and
Okay.
the New Jersey state meet, and
Hmm.
then the New York state meet happened on June 13th to June 14th, and this guy from New York ran 151.67.
Okay. So he's, yeah,
So
close.
you got beat out just by a little bit, but you're number 6 in the nation for sophomores, which is insane. Like that's some crazy work right there. And I want to see. for returners, let's see what you are. So anybody that's going to be in high school next year still, you are number 36 out of everyone.
Yeah.
So by the end of next year, what do we want to see that number be?
I mean, I plan on it being top 10. Yeah, that's probably the goal. I mean, I'd be fine with, anything under that because, progression is progression. You can't be, dissatisfied with progression. So,
Okay.
yeah, anything above that, yeah, I would be happy with it. Yeah.
All right. And there's only 7 guys in the nation that are returning and have broken 150.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the fastest guy returning is Nicholas Ferguson. He's class of 27. He ran 148. Of course, from Texas. Texas is just like,
Yeah.
everybody's from, it's either California, Texas, or Florida. One of those, one of those 3. And then I want to see, so, I want to see what you are. Do you know on the top of your head what your overall? I'm gonna double check, and I want you to guess what your ranking is in the entire nation right now, out of anybody.
Shoot. I'd say just above 100, maybe 105th, maybe.
Okay. No way. Oh my God, you're actually almost spot on, bro. 102. 102.
Okay.
102. Dude,
Yeah.
I can't believe, dude.
A lot of seniors.
Yeah, like, still though, bro, like, 100 guys in the nation being faster than you at 151 is just mind-blowing to me, bro. Like,
Yeah.
oh my, like, what have we come to, bro? Like, what are they freaking feeding you guys? Like, I don't understand. Like,
Dragflation is wild.
Dragflation is crazy. You would have literally been, like, I'm telling you, let's go to my class. Yeah, you're gonna call me Unk, class of 2023. Okay. I'm so old. Let's go back to class of 2023 and let's see what of you would have ranked in the nation. You would have been, okay. It's not as, what did you ran 151.72?
Yeah, I believe.
Okay. So you would have been 73rd in the nation. So it's not as big drastic difference, but still.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Okay. Do you know who Jonathan Sims is?
Is he the 400 meter guy?
For Georgia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that he ran a 151 800 in high school?
Really? That's
Yes.
insane.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I literally just looked it up. Jonathan Sims, he ran a 151 800 in high school his sophomore year. Look at that. That means you're going to be exactly as fast as Jonathan Sims. No.
About all that. That's crazy.
No.
Move to the 400.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he just ran 43.9, which is crazy as a freshman in college, but
The one that hawked down that guy in the 4x4.
Dude, that was ridiculous. That was something. Wow. That was something different. Oh, well, he was also an AAU national champion, so that makes sense. In the 800.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, okay. There's one piece of advice you could leave for the listener about, continue to strive forward, go for your goals. Go for it. What would it be?
I'd say probably just have fun. Like, because if you don't love it, then you're not gonna get better. Just kind of like the story of basketball. Like I didn't love it, so I wasn't gonna get better, and that's why I quit. But I love track, so I think that's why I've gotten a lot better. So yeah, I guess just enjoy it and have fun. Just find joy in it. If you don't, you might not like it at some point, but there's times that you do like it, and it just kind of becomes like you know what you live for, and it's fun. Yeah.
Okay. I like that a
Right.
lot. I like
Yeah.
the chillness of like, why not have fun, right? You're already
Mhm.
doing it, so it makes no sense to like, obviously there's some things that you should take a little more seriously and find your drive and your discipline to continue to do those things, but you shouldn't. I feel like when we try and over stress ourselves or bring too much like pressure to the situation, it can sometimes inhibit our ability to do our best. So
Yeah.
but the question that I ask everybody at the end of every one of my episodes is, if you could choose one sport to play or go pro in, and it's not running, what would it be? But I already know what you're gonna say. So,
Yeah, it's basketball.
so
That's for sure.
you heard
Yeah.
it. It's basketball. Like if you can dunk, you got to show it off in an arena. So,
And
so
you can make so much money playing basketball.
that is
Yeah,
very true. Um,
basketball.
all right, man. Thank you so much for coming on. This
Yeah.
one was fun. Yeah, I
Mhm.
appreciate you so much.
Yeah.
But uh,